Hey friends, it's Ifa and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to set up my bullet journal for February. I've decided a theme which I never done before. Sometimes trying out something new can be a great decision. Before we start our setup, let's look at my January theme. I enjoyed this color scheme and layouts. If you're interested to watch this, link is given in the description below. The supplies I'm using for my February are also listed in the description. I wanted to do a theme either with one-line art or florals, but I combined both of them and made a vintage rose theme. I wanted to try out coffee stain papers, but I started planning very late, so I skipped that for this setup. Instead, I used coffee stains directly with my brushes. I mixed half of a teaspoon instant coffee into 4 tablespoons of water. Then I used a flat acrylic brush to color some little spots horizontally. If you're thinking about using this method, be sure to test it on other papers before applying it into your notebook. I was unsure how it turned out. It was watery at first and I used tissue papers to soak the water. After drying out, the papers were flattened down later. Coffee stains are much more bold and permanent than tea, so I had to clean my brushes each time after dipping them in the coffee stain. For the title, I tried out a new calligraphy font from my usual one to make it more vintage. I forgot to record this part, but I'm writing this again to show you how I've done it. I'm using Sakura Pigma Micron in size 01 for making this mini calendar. I tried to make it like a typewriting font. I know it's not so good, but it's fine. I've used my favorite Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip brush pen for the illustrations and lettering. It doesn't leave harsh lines like fine liners, which I really like. I chose a blush pink color for the rose petals and light tan for the skin color. Left side of this illustration looked very empty, so I used some circles to fill up the space. I used a gold gel pen for it and covered it with a gold acrylic paint later. I took a thin brush and carefully colored them with little strokes. For a more vintage look, I dipped a fluffy watercolor brush into the coffee stain and tapped against another brush, targeting the areas where I want to place the sprinkles. After a long time, I'm making a quote page beside my cover page. I took a verse from Isaac Hayes that said, "If you enjoy the fragrance of a rose, you must accept the thorns which it bears." I used Pentel Fuda Touch brush pen for writing the quote. I also got Notebook Therapy's unreleased vintage rose collection, which took a vital role in this theme, and basically I'm inspired by the design a little. Let's use the vintage rose washi tape and stamps from the collection that I received from Notebook Therapy. I'm also using the washi tape from the washi tape shop as well. Both of the collections have vintage vibes and roses in it. If you're thinking about buying anything from both of these brands, use my affiliate code WriteUpAs10. I might receive a little commission or gift card after a while, and you'll get 10% off from your whole order. Liners look very difficult before you find out how they have been drawn. I found some illustration in Pinterest and figured out actually how they drew this, then I took inspiration from them. If you want to see all of the illustrations, I have created a board on Pinterest and link that in the description as well. You can check them out from there. If you think you need a tutorial on it, let me know in the comments. I'll try to make a separate video where I can show how I figure out the liners from simple illustrations. For my monthly log, I'm using a large calendar layout. I bought a new mini ball head to film in an angle so that you can see much more details than the top view. As it's the first time, some of the footages are out of focus for a few seconds and I can't replace them with the top view because I'm using my phone. for recording, so I think next time it will be a better angle. Talking about the roses, each color of the roses holds different meanings. Red rose symbolizes love universally. A white rose is gifted when the gifter's intention is just friendship and there is no romantic feelings involved. Red is traditionally seen as a symbol of passion, while white is a symbol of purity and innocence. Pink roses symbolize gratitude, grace, and joy. Also, it suggests a gentleness compared to the typical bright red rose. Purple roses are often associated with royalty. These are very rare in general. Yellow roses are symbol of friendship and caring, and sending orange roses convey romance, but not nearly as much as a bouquet of red roses might. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I got this information from a little research I've done before this voiceover. The next spread is dedicated to my workout spread. I used coffee stains to make two boxes like vintage papers. This first box is for my workout routine and the rest are for keeping the records, which day I get done with the routine and which day I skipped. I always tried to make it as a habit. Even in 2021 I tried my best, but I'm very much lazy and I am trying to do in 2022 as well. For my habit tracker, I'm going with my favorite layout. If you think it might be tricky to fill them out in each day, just write down the numbers in the boxes. In this month, I'm going to track 6 habits. The title are going to be in the top of each boxes and I'll fill it later when the month comes. Do you know the shades of red has its own meaning? Deep roses are thought to convey deep emotions. A bright red rose represents romance, and burgundy is often used to send a message when your love is unrequited. And I also found that if you're sending someone a specific number of roses, that could carry a specific meaning behind it. For making my creator mode more organized, I use a content planner each month. I'm going with a vertical layout that I always use and 4 boxes to write down my plans for each week. Besides that, I'm making a brain dump page where I write my ideas and planning so that I don't forget it afterwards. Basically, these words are always in my bullet journal. I never can cut out these from my bujo, I guess. For the first weekly spread for February is going to be a warp vintage paper. I generally make 7 days a week in my week list, but I skip some days in January and that fits up to 31 within the January theme. So I made 6 boxes for this week so that I can get back to the usual 7 days per week from next one. I made each box like postcards and used stamps and washi tapes to decorate the full spread. This theme turned out very simple and easy to make. I enjoyed making this theme and I hope you like this one too. I was a bit busy with my master's degree in this month and got a break after so long. It was very hard for me to post my February theme faster as I didn't have much time to think for a theme. So after many struggles, I came up with this theme and basically it's a Valentine's Day theme. I never made any Valentine's Day special theme before, so it's the first time. We have come to the very end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!